Greetings, I'm Michael Bankshack Writer, and today we'll be covering my 2023 book review. Yeah, I did read most of it on this Kindle. Well, not this Kindle, but on a tablet. Alright, back in 2023, I decided to read 25 books. I'm a writer, so it's effectively doing research as well. In this case, I'll be counting books complete, so that's page 1 to the back cover, for the most part. For omnibus editions, I'll be treated that contain multiple books inside them. I'm going to be treating them as a single book. I'm also going to be counting certain larger comic books and graphic novels as they have a ISBN number. I'm also covering audiobooks, mostly because they're based on actual books. And if this book is a part of a series, I'll note the fact it's part of a series as well. I'll mention that Patreon users actually got another copy of the script and will get early access to many videos and other posts from my website. I'm going to be giving out my links. I'm going to be posting the full book list with links to buy. It will be on my site. Links given below, and possibly also my Goodreads site, because various other stuff. Right. Let's start with what books I read in 2023. I started with the last book I was reading in 2022. Starship for Sale, Book 8, My Hero. Considering this was only released on December the 30th, this was effectively a day one read. Normally I talk about the series when I'm starting it, but since this is one of the few book series that I was reading over a new year, I'll cover book 1 now. In modern day America, Ben Murdoch has cancer. He was offered to buy a spaceship. This spaceship looks like a robot head. And then there's a weird woman who lives on it. Yeah. More on Ben Murdoch later, because anyway, the second book is Breaker Marine, which is actually book 1 of the Starbreaker series. This follows Lieutenant Holly Cropper and a group of Earthlight Marines. She initially comes to a distress call of large marine vessel, but soon discovers an alien invasion. The series actually follows her team and her team. At the time of rereading it, the 8 of the 9 books in the series were available in the Kindle Limited library, so more or less read them all back to back. So that's Sons of 4, Martian Invasion, Sunkisser, Prison Break, Hyperspace, Starbreaker, and book 8, Mothership. But now will come later, but I'm actually still in the middle of January. Ostbal and the Elephant by Uta Hayashima. This is the first comic book I've done. This is some of a weird story and also happens to be my smallest book at 41 pages. Yes, that's actually some stats I actually do I've been tracking of, and that is 41 pages. Is the smallest of the lot. Next is what more people consider a more proper comic book, which is Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. This follows the 2 Batman villains as they try not get into trouble and encounter the trouble on the way. Have somewhat forces them in leave their home on the share. Several other Batman characters appear, both good and bad. This book feels a bit sour because the way the end feels a little bit forced out at the out to but throughout the and it doesn't really work like the Harley Quinn TV show that released a couple of years ago. No, next up is one of the first books in February, Harley Quinn and Power Girl. This comic book is actually older than the previous one, but follows Harley Quinn and Power Girl on a really weird adventure after falling through a portal. Power Girl's lost her memory, so this lets Harley Quinn get a little more fun than she would if Power Girl did have a memory. So this adventure is a little weird, and I've been wondering what they've been doing at DC Comics at the time. However, given how often Harley Quinn shows up everywhere, for me, Power Girls are pretty new to me. Next up is Comic Collection, Gold Key Archive. This 2014. This 2014 collection was released in 1967 to 1969, and it's very clear that in the early comic, the author and artist didn't really see too much of any of the show, and many characters didn't feel right. They also looked like Yermund Rand was wearing a red hat, not her beehive hairstyle of the era. And a lot of greens instead of gold, which was somewhat understandable given the original intention of the TOS uniforms of the era. Okay, still in February. By this point, Starship 9 Warhead came out. Yeah, don't really want to spoil this one too much, other than I liked it, and this one didn't feel it's serious. Also, another book, 9, is Starbreak 9, Alien Empress come out. This one did finish its series, and effectively ended the alien invaders of the series, and in this book, an alien empress is involved. But that's much I really want to give out without going too much detail into books which you want to read book 1 for. Actually, we're going to skip March. Actually, as I didn't really complete a book there, I actually can't remember much of March at all. I mean, there's almost no videos on the site. Although I did do some art, and I did get one image for internet art site for at least every week for most of the year, and here's my from March the 17th, St. Patrick's Day. And yes, she's Irish. Right, so do March. I did actually do some work on the book list, but I was listening to an audiobook that that's one of the two audiobooks I actually listened to this year. This first one is the first book is actually Ruby After the Fall, which is the first of a pair of Ruby books I listened to or read, if you count. And this is the first of the pair that actually follows Team Coffee. Team Coffee being minor characters are being somewhat minor characters in the Ruby TV series itself. Is really seen during seasons 1 through 3, which is like all other all other teams within almost all other teams in Ruby. The team name is named after is actually the initials of their members. So the C is for Coco Adele, which is the leader. She's wearing the shades and the beret, and she has a handbag that turns into a machine gun. The second member, well, the F is for Fox Oyster, who has a bladed tongue and has copper hair. He uses semblance to see around as he's actually blind. Semblance is a magic-like power which most people in Ruby have. There is actually something called magic in Ruby as well, so that's why I'm calling it magic-like power, because Coco Adele's affects a machine gun, so it's but I was really just make it very clear, certain things clear. So the V, which is in this case it is for Velvet Scarlatina. She's a Faunish, which is bunny ears. Faunish is a group of human-like beings with animalistic traits. In Velvet, as I said, in Velvet's case, it's bunny ears. Velvet is not the only Faunish in this series. Blake, who's the B in Ruby, it's as catty as and some of her family, and she's mother up. It's a bit of a so it's not just so there are other forests around, and but I'm using Blake as well as Velvet being the big two. They're the big two forest characters on a regular basis. Velvet's semblance actually allows her to mimic other people's moves a lot better. And her prime weapon, Isidora, creates a hard-like copy of weapons she's photographed. And that does actually come into effect more into the second book than this one. But finally, there's Yachi Daichi. He's huge at 7 foot, and he carries a large arm. Now, after the fall, his setup refers to after the fall of Beacon, which takes place during season 3 of Ruby, which really doesn't mean that you should watch that show before you read it, and it's more for fans of the show. So the part of this book covers what happens to Team Coffee after that event. The majority of this place takes sometimes later in Vecchio where they complete their training as huntresses and huntresses. I finished this one in April. Then comes the finale of Starship Sail, Book 10, Last Legs, and this one closes out the series. This came out due in April and I also read it within the month. The next book I read is Starfight Down, which is the first of the Relic of the Ancient series. I wish I didn't really read the rest of it. It follows a starfighter apart as he lands on a planet which is under attack. But not everything is what it seems. The final book of April is actually Ruby Before the Dawn. This is the audiobook version, and this time Team Coffee is joined by Team Sun, led by the finest, the laid back Sun Wukong. Scott David looks like a pirate, and even comes with the weapons to go with it. There isn't that much he literally gets a couple of scenes here and there, and that's it. And same with Sage Ayana, which I barely know have much to say about Sage Ayana, so really is quite quiet, and you don't really see me in the show. And I totally forgot about him until getting the name spelling correctly. And there's also the carefree Neptune Versailles, and he carries a gun that can turn into a trident. And talk about what. This basically follows both teams as they attend Shade Academy, and they undercover a plot to take down Shade Academy from within. Prodigal is the sixth book of the Shattered Stars fiction series, which also released in April. But I finished this book in May. I read the previous entries in the series starting in 2021. This series follows Kira Demichi as she becomes a mercenary fighter pilot with the remains of her old squadron. Antics to capturing a large fight carrier ship. So, is that two of them? So, and that's only happened in the first 4 books. And I just read book 6. Alright. Wait. May was watching the first book in Rachel Evans' DFZ series by Silver Thread. The entire DFC series is it's almost exclusively set in the futuristic Detroit, more clear, a new city built on the top of the Detroit we know, which is called the Detroit Free Zone, or the DFC as the locals and quite a lot of other people do. I really should recommend you start with the 5-book Heartstriker series, starting with the Nice Dragon Spinning Slash. Follow-up series starting with Minimum Wage Magic is also set in place, well, just about 20 years after that, and I think I haven't seen the characters from the Minimum Wage Magic yet. References to the dragons already in both of them. Yeah, but written by Silver Thread, we follow Lola, who is a changeling who is forced to serve Victor, a illegal blood mage. After the failures of the DFC, I go back to sci-fi. In this case, this time J's Ogden's Contingency War series. This is a 4-book series. The Contingency, Waytation Gambit, Rise of the Rainbow Fleet, and the Earth War. We follow Captain Teleway as they fight the Held Empire. Or so we thought. Well, as the box 6 variant, I actually read them separately, and these characters as well. Last War happens to be also book 25 of the year. So here we go on the 20th of June. That's an half a year. If I don't count the audiobooks and comics, I'm still on 19. But what do we let go? Read Nathan Lowell's latest book. I've known about Nathan Lowell for about 15 years now, considering his work led me to even published 2001 A Big Notoriety. And so back in 2023, Nathan released School Days, the first of the S.E. Marvel Collins trilogy, named after the solo clipper Marvel Collins. This follows Ismail Horatio Wong, who started his story within the Quarter South series also by Nathan Lowell. I call it the Quarter South series, but it's the first books in the series is Quarter Share. And this is the Marvel Collins trilogy is actually the fourth trilogy that follows Ishmael. The main characters of the Smuggler's Tale trilogy, which does not feature Ishmael, also is most part of the main story as well. So that's 12 books I actually recommend you read before this one. But I've read them all, so yeah, that was a lot. But there's a lot of recommendations in that one. So next up is Children of Chaos, the first in Bedroom Medrano's Evil Destruction series. This mixes sci-fi fantasy with this mixes fantasy with sci-fi. So you have magic using now flying spaceships. Yeah, well actually that's both. It's a good part that they could shoot from the story as well. It follows even as she's forced to leave her home after some space pirates decide to nuke her home. Yeah. Unfortunately for them, Even is one of the most powerful magic users they've ever known, and she survives the attack. And she goes on to a counter-attack. And goes and takes on the pirates, takes the ship, the cargo, which includes several kidnapped girls. And and one thing you about having the series is, and during July, I managed to read the 3 remaining books at the time of the series: Adept of Chaos, Mistress of Chaos, and Daughter of Chaos. These books follow for the dealings with Evelyn and her crew, and several faces of Evelyn's past appear. Some friendly, others not so much. After the fantasy world of Evelyn, I actually returned to the solo club of Marvel Collins with book 2 of the 3, Working Class. And this one actually has Ishmael actually setting sail in this cap. If I were to just count the novels, this would be actually book 25, the Working Class. But still in July, so I've still got plenty. So we've definitely hit our target now. So what's next? I decided to read another Bedroom Medrano series, Italian Saga. This is more of a exciting than the rest of the previous books I've covered so far, but this doesn't really heavily rely on the tropes that make it come in Japan. I do need to stop covering the books at this point in time. And I need to explain what Isekai is. It's initiative came from Japan. It's a bit of a subgenre within a subgenre that follows features a game-like world, and mainly characters can actually access their own interface that shows the stats and stuff, and in many cases you'll be able to control the interface. A good number of these, the main characters sent from our world into the game world, usually by them dying, usually by a truck. It's so come we've actually nicknamed the truck as Truck-kun. So you've got some wiki page. You know when it's meme status. Right, in Terran's case, no truck was involved. The death was due to a gas leak and tricky workmanship. Unlike Mosaic said, where the character gets forced into a certain group class or stuff. Telling chooses to be what she wants her new self to be. She chooses to be she chose to be a succubus, and she has a lean toward the fair sex. But unlike most of the stories, she's also joined by Melody, because whose job is to get people on to the next life. But for Melody, this is a quick holiday. In this world, Melody acts like telling some creature. In book one, telling me Beth, this really covers the groundwork for the series and just gets everything started. In book 2, Ten's Descent, Ten's actually pulled right down to the bottom of the dungeon she was training in. She meets quite a few of the most powerful creatures. Meanwhile, Maddie's stuck up top, unable to do level apart even, and she's also somewhat worried about the fact that Shina's telling Niles that her life is as a over. But Melody also finds out she's not the only person from the celestial bureaucracy where she works to be present. Book 3, telling Unyielding, finding out what she wants to do after she breaks down a very big wall, metaphorical wall that is, I think, and a few other things within the world. Now we've actually hit August. Now it's 4th of August for the end of book 3 of telling Unyielding. So, of course, must be time for a new Nathan book. This time, the finale of the S.C. Marvel Collins trilogy, Hard Knocks. And it really does appear that Nathan kind of disappears for a while and then suddenly turns up with a complete trilogy after a few years. It does really just feel like that, because I've read most of his books. Yeah. This is one of the few books I managed to complete in one day. I think this is pretty good going. So yeah, back. So slow down and take my time with another and my third Benjamin Adrano series, Ancient Dreams. The first 3 books, Ancient Runes, Spells of Old, Halls of Power, Falsistina and Venus Constella, as these 2 women try to shut up their place in the world around them, and there's war and stuff as well. Book 4 takes place in the same place as the previous 3 books, but follows the goddess Tyria as she tries to find a new identity as the goddess of 2 faiths. So the time took about a month to complete. So September, I start another new Isekai series, Emilia, the Level 0 Hero. When I started reading this, there was only 2 books at the time. Both of these books were actually 2023 releases, so there's no nice subtitle to separate them, so it's just book 1 and book 2. In book 1, Emilia works out the void. It gets gets sent to a screen which asks her to choose from the following classes: hero. That's the only choice. And she ignores it. And she's pretty much the strongest person around. She's even beating the S-ranked adventurers without even trying. And no, she's somewhat all really Emily really wants to do is eat a hamburger and drink a Coke. In book 2, Emily makes a restaurant and she runs out until the sect of Abyssal Thorns attacks. And the only person standing in the Abyssal Thorns' way is Emilia. And Emilia's friend, Noelle, an A-rank adventurer, ends up taking up the role of hero to cover friends' reluctance. But more on that series a bit later. Anyway, coming up in October we have another new series. Yeah, we've got the bonus is an SS plus rank adventurer. Like Emilia's series, this series is just numbered. So no actually no time. This series follows Princess Constance as she escapes and tries to avoid getting married and becomes an adventurer. So she has somewhat of a unique skill with blade that renders her quite powerful without her really knowing why she's so powerful. Along the way, she meets another tongue, which in shape of a girl, and we'll see more of that girl in book 2. And moving on to the final comic book of the year, Harley Quinn, Volume 1, Die Laughing. This follows Harley Quinn as she tries to stay out of trouble. I think there's some zombie apocalypse in there somewhere. Less crazy than the Power Girl one, but still quite crazy. Well, crazy for most people and most characters, but it's somewhat normal for Harley Quinn, if I can tell. Alright, time for another Ikasai style series. Still no subtitles. The False Hero. In Volume 1, John Lovestock is summoned to this world and he gets instantly set up as the False Hero. He manages to escape and before he gets executed. After he escapes, he also breaks out a Lila, a elf girl with cyan hair. In this world, John Lovestock has his own access to the system. John Lovestock decides to go by the name Lutz for here and out. Anyway, with a total of 8 volumes, I'm not have me go and read the first volume. I'll read the previous volume because we start getting. But basically, in Volume 2, Lutz and Layla visits Rem and picks up 2 new girls, and these 2 girls stay with the rest of the series. Volume 3, Princess Lumia, with a maid bodyguard, finds Lutz, and it doesn't appear that she wants to stop Lutz, but help him in some way. In Volume 4, they find a dungeon and a vampire girl. Yeah. In Volume 5, they visit Layla's homeland, and they sort out a few things there. Volume 6 effectively returns to the place where they started. Volume 7, the team does some training and meets some old friends. Volume 8, spoilers. I mean, as I write this, Volume 9 and 10 have been announced. Actually, Volume 9 is probably out by now, but it was a 2024 release, so I can't actually. So this pretty much we want you to start at Volume 1 and continue on. This entire series actually has some art within the pages, and sometimes I think they made the art more for the picture, made the art first, then had to write a way to just use to show the pictures. But I don't mind. It's not bad art. with the fourth series put on hold until 2024. Time to revisit an old series. The villain is an SS Plus Rank Adventurer Book 2. Just came out. This time, Princess Juliet Courtesan and Ottoman friend and Petri Destroyer visits the royal capital. The Petri a civil war is broken out and it's up to Highness to sort it out. She can't get past the trolls on the way to the bridge on the route to the city. Did I say revisit an old series? I meant to. Yeah. This is actually book 2 of Rachel Aaron's DFC Changeling series with a golden sword. This takes place a few days after the last adventure with Lola, and the vampire in the biker outfit is forced to kill her or die trying. And that may be a problem if you know what the vampire in the biker outfit means. One of the new and also 3 books was the Harvest of the Moon Valley. This follows Abel Blackburn as she becomes the owner and farmer of Sunshine Star, not far from Twilight Haven. The fox skull and cover does make a very important appearance, but this one's would be a bit tricky to get started, but it's really did quite well. One book I was seeing a lot in my recommendation feed was J.R. Slattery's Rise of the Wicked Summoner. Volume 1. Actually, it wasn't just Volume 1, but Volume 1 was the best place to start. And this basically sat on my to-read list for about a month. Yeah. I was going through other books I already started first, or I'd seriously started first. And this probably killed what was going for my NaNoWriMo. But I also started the series when I had a cold and couldn't really get out of bed too much. Volume 2 actually was one of the few that I've actually read in a couple of hours, so basically the same day. And Volume 8 of the series is the longest book I've read all year. Yeah, longest in terms of another series got close by having having a full length novel and some images to bulk it out. The Wicked Summoner got a really long. Yeah. I'll pick up book 1. This follows Asterisk, is considered by many of a further summoner to the point where he is actually kicked out of summoning school. Until he summons a panther girl. In later volumes, we get to see Kitsune in Volume 2, a being that takes ownership of a bird in Volume 3, and Angel to the schoolgirl in Volume 3 cover it, and the young lady in were important, but I'm going to keep those as spoilers. There's a Princess and Dragon somewhere, but unlike most of the other previous books, this is the steamiest series of books so far. There's at least one chapter per book. It's a matter of at least half to indicate 30 times. Yeah, it's one of those books. It goes from. Also, unlike most of the books, as far as I can tell, this was not intended originally as a book release, but intended more of a part of a one really long form book on the website. So, unlike most of the book series, the first few chapters of the book doesn't do that much to reintroduce the characters, and you do end up relying on the reading the previous book or reading the summary. Yeah. So just before Christmas, Amelia, the Level 0 Hero, Book 3 comes out. The cover has Jax, one of the best adventures around, and he appears, unless it's his third appearance in the third book he's appeared in as well. So, one of his Amelia's restaurant is getting quite popular, and she gets a royal invitation. And now again ends up in a fight with one of her idols. Yeah, that doesn't look too. That's got me down to Christmas. Well, we've got less than a week, and I decided to read the last final two books of the year. Dungeons Cleaners Inc. 1 and 2. It's another series by J.R. Solari. Yep, he gets two book series this time around, and both of them are still incomplete. This follows the modern day Earth person called Lucas, as he's asked to join a company that paints well and effectively transports him to another world. He ends up becoming an overlord with the ability to summon other characters. In the first book, he summons a dragon lady with a big giant axe, you can see in the book cover of book 1. And the second book, a lunar elf female with a magic user. And this was another book which I'm going to keep in a steamy pile, or I should say, team collection. With Dungeons Cleaner being the last book I've actually completed, we're done. Right, let's do some more stuff. Let's cover some stuff. Stats. The grand total is 65. Out of all that, that's 5 comic books, 2 audiobooks, and 58 novels out of 25. Oh yes. So most of these books were actually new or been released in the last couple of years. As I said, as I was reading them, listing them out, a lot of these actually came out in 2023, and I was reading it effectively near day one. Alright. As I know for myself, I would have loved to add some Masters to somebody's 2023 list. But sadly I can't. I haven't been able to. But anyway, I'm going to make the last word free for anyone. Well, last word part 1 free again for quite a while. This is going to be free until I'm ready to release this stuff. I want people to. It's more a show it off to people. But anyway, this has been Mike Sharkwriter. See you guys next time.